One night changed his whole life. One night changed his whole life. Nobody saw it coming. Streetlights on the pavement, distant sirens humming. He left with a promise that he'd be back before dawn. But when the morning found the city, everything was gone. He thought he knew the people standing close by his side. Never knew that one decision could turn the whole tide. A door closed behind him, the old world disappeared, and every word he never said became louder than his fear. He was young with a dream and a weight on his chest, trying to make something better, trying to give his family rest. He had plans for tomorrow, had a place he wanted to go, but life doesn't always warn you when it's changing the road. That evening started normal, laughter filled the room. Nobody could imagine they were standing near the gloom. His friend said, take it easy, we can talk another day. He smiled and kept on moving, never thinking he would pay. A phone rang in the darkness, then another one went dead. 1,000 questions started racing through his head. He looked around the block, but every face had changed. The people he once trusted suddenly seemed far away. He learned that one moment can rewrite every plan. That being strong sometimes means accepting what you can't. He wanted to go back to the person he had been. One night changed his whole life. One night turned the wrong to right. One choice became a memory. One road became a different street. He woke up with a different name. Nothing around him felt the same. One night changed his whole life. But he never saw the morning quite the same again. The next day came slowly, gray clouds over town. He walked through familiar streets, but nothing felt familiar now. His mother asked a question, he didn't know what to say. He carried something heavy that he couldn't throw away. He saw an old photograph and stared into the past, wondering how a peaceful moment disappeared so fast. There were dreams in that picture, there were smiles he could recall, before one night divided everything between them all. He wasn't proud of every choice, but he was still alive, and every day became a reason to keep trying to survive. He stopped chasing approval from people passing through, started asking harder questions about what he wanted to do. The city taught him lessons that a classroom never could, that sometimes walking away is the bravest thing you could. He learned to value family and speak before it's late, and know the past still followed every step he made. He chose to build a future from the pieces that remain. One night changed his whole life. One night turned the wrong to right. One choice became a memory. One road became a different street. He woke up with a different name. Nothing around him felt the same. One night changed his whole life. And he never saw the morning quite the same again. Years later, he could still remember every sound. The rain against the window, the headlights moving through town. He could still hear that phone call, could still feel the fear, could still see the faces of the people standing near. But time had made him wiser, and the pain had made him grow. He understood that healing doesn't mean you let the memories go. He carried every lesson like a letter in his heart, a reminder that tomorrow gives you chances for a new start. He told a younger friend, don't rush to prove you're tough. You don't have to lose yourself to show that you're enough. He said, choose your people carefully and tell them when you care, because life can change direction before you're even prepared. The younger one was listening, the older one had learned not every ending is a failure, not every loss defeat. If I could speak to him before that night began, I'd tell him take your time, don't move because you can. I'd tell him call your family, say everything you feel, because the things you leave unspoken can become the deepest scars. I tell him that the future isn't written in one night, that even after darkness there can still be light. And if the road gets lonely, don't believe you're on your own. The strongest hearts can grow from everything they know. One night changed his whole life. One night brought the truth to light. One choice became a memory. One road became a different street. He woke up with a different name. Nothing around him felt the same. One night changed sun came through the curtains, morning touched the floor. He stood there for a moment, then he opened up the door. The past was still behind him, but the future waited there. He couldn't change the night, but he could choose how much to care. One night changed his whole life, that's a story he still knows. But every sunrise gives a chance to decide where the story goes. He kept the lesson close, and every sunrise gave him one.